Thinking about moving to Richmond in 2025? Here's the thing, this city is always evolving. Some neighborhoods that felt quiet a few years back, they're buzzing now. And there's one smart approach my clients are using to land the right home without getting caught in the middle of a bidding frenzy. Weekend mornings give you a real feel for Richmond. I'll take my little boy to the south of James Farmers Market, grab a tea and fresh bread, and we'll sit and listen to the live music while he runs around with the chocolate croissant. It's those little moments that remind me why people fall in love with this city. Other weekends, you might stumble across a pop-up art fair by the river, or tuck into a quarter table at Lamplighters in Carytown for coffee. That's as much about the vibe as the caffeine. And of course, there's the James River. Whether you're paddling at sunrise or just watching the skyline light up, it's the backdrop that ties Richmond together. By the end of this video, you'll get a real feel for Richmond in 2025. The neighborhoods, the hidden gems, the market insights, and lifestyle details you don't always find online. Stick around because you won't want to miss this. Richmond is vibrant, and here's what life really looks like. Streets come alive on Saturday mornings, Carytown coffee shops buzzing with neighbors, dogs weaving through the crowd, and the smell of fresh pastries drifting from local bakeries. The south of the James Farmers Market and the big RVA market are busy, and even quiet quarters surprise you with activity near the riverfront. One of my favorite routines, grabbing a tea at Sugar and Twine, then walking over to Carytown Cupcakes with my son. We'll sit outside, split the cupcake. He always picks a different flavor to try, and people watch as the streets fill with shoppers and strollers. It's such a simple thing, but it's exactly what gives Richmond its charm, everyday moments that feel special. Now let's pivot to the housing scene. Popular neighborhoods are moving quickly, often above asking, and there's a clever approach many people overlook that helps you avoid the chaos and still land exactly what you want. Some areas are buzzing with activity, while others hide opportunities you wouldn't expect just around that corner. Next, we'll dive into daily life, hidden gems, quirky spots, weekend routines, and local favorites that make Richmond feel like home. Then we'll break down neighborhoods so you can see where you might fit best. Whether you're looking for convenience, community, or just a little more space. And finally, we'll zoom out to the bigger picture, the citywide developments shaping how Richmond is growing and moving forward. Richmond's housing market moves quickly and is full of surprises. That's part of what makes relocating here so exciting. Streets hum with energy as new listings appear, neighbors grab coffee at the local shops, and construction crews quietly roll out modern homes tucked into streets you might pass without noticing. The median home price is around $433,000, up roughly 4% from last year. And in popular neighborhoods like Pump and Midlothian and Carytown, homes often sell within days, sometimes above asking. Competition is high, but there are ways to get ahead of that. One of the smartest strategies, building a new home. Instead of diving into bidding wars, you design your space from the ground up. Bright kitchens, private backyards, home offices that double as creative studios. You decide the layout and features that fit your lifestyle. One of my clients recently sidestepped a 5-offer bidding war by going to a new construction. Instead of compromising on someone else's layout, they designed their space from scratch, a bright kitchen, a tucked away home office, and a big backyard for their dogs. It wasn't just a win, it was the right fit. Builders here are still moving forward confidently, even with shifting material costs. So that path is very much on the table. Even in the busiest neighborhoods, hidden opportunities exist on quieter streets. Modern layouts, thoughtful upgrades, and homes offering extra value without the frenzy. I've seen clients navigate this market and land properties that match their vision perfectly. Living here isn't just about a house. It's about being a part of a city that moves fast, but still has quarters that feel like home. And here's the thing, living here isn't just about the house itself. It's about finding the place that feels like home while navigating a market that moves fast. That's where I come in. I'm Holly, and I help clients just like you explore neighborhoods, evaluate custom build options, and create strategies that work without the stress. If you're ready to take the next step, my contact information is in the description. Call, text, or email me anytime, and I'll walk you through this process so your move to Richmond feels smooth and successful. Richmond isn't just about houses, it's about how you live here. One of my favorite local spots is Cupertino's New York Bagel Bakery. It's the kind of place where you will often hear the employees and owner greet people by name and ask them if they want their usual. The seasons only add more character. Summers are bright and humid, perfect for afternoons by the riverfront. Winter mornings sometimes bring just enough snow to turn the city into a postcard. And spring and fall are stunning, perfect for those outdoor festivities. And yes, traffic is part of the Richmond story too. Broad Street is the main artery, but slip onto the side streets and you find a slower pace and quieter quarters. It's those little details that give the city its heartbeat. The scent of croissants from a fan district bakery, kids laughing at the park, or a simple wave from a neighbor on a tree-lined street. So let me ask you this. When you picture daily life, do you lean towards the energy of restaurants, shops, and cultural events? Or do you imagine quieter mornings with more space to breathe? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're looking forward to in Richmond. And speaking of daily rhythms, Richmond's neighborhoods each tell their own story, where convenience, community, and space all come together. Richmond is changing fast, and you can feel it in the streets, the skyline, and even the way neighborhoods move. Along Broad Street, new biotech labs and healthcare centers are opening, and the city's life sciences hubs are bringing in jobs that keep momentum local. Out in places like short Pump and Midlothian, you'll notice the ripple effect. New cafes, small shops, and more evening energy adding layers of activity to already popular spots. Sustainability is shaping the growth too. Greenways wind through neighborhoods, parks are being refreshed, and energy-conscious buildings are appearing alongside historic homes. Walk down tree-lined avenues or along the James River and you'll spot solar panels, rain gardens, and streets designed just as much for strolling and biking as for driving. Housing options are expanding as well. Affordable housing initiatives and new planned developments are helping to create more entry points into the market. In areas like Mechanicsville and Powhatan, that means people can find homes with space and modern convenience at a wider range of price points, all while enjoying the mix of charm and access those neighborhoods already offer. The takeaway? Richmond isn't standing still. Some neighborhoods are buzzing with new restaurants and retail, while others are growing with thoughtful additions that make them even more livable. Understanding how these shifts connect to jobs, infrastructure, and daily life is what helps you choose a neighborhood that works for your lifestyle today and holds its value for the years ahead. Sustainability is playing a big role in this next chapter. Greenways are threading through more communities, parks are being refreshed, and energy-conscious buildings are blending into historic streets. The city has set big goals, cutting greenhouse gas emissions nearly in half by 2030 and aiming for net zero by 2050. You can already see the shift. Solar panels catching the sunlight along Carytown rooftops, rain gardens adding bursts of colors, and streets designed just as much for walking and biking as for driving. Housing is evolving too. Affordable housing programs and new developments are opening doors for more buyers and renters, creating a wider range of options in areas like Mechanicsville and Powhatan. These projects aren't just buildings. They shape how neighborhoods grow, offering more choices in price points, layouts, and lifestyle. And here's a little personal snapshot. Not long ago, I took my son to check out one of the new Greenway trails. We ended up stumbling onto a food truck pop-up we didn't even know was happening. He was running around with an ice cream cone. Music was playing, and I remember thinking, this is exactly what Richmond does best. It mixes growth with those everyday moments that make a place feel like home. That's the beauty of the city. Understanding how jobs, developments, and amenities intersect helps you spot the neighborhoods that align with your lifestyle today and still hold promise for the years ahead. And while all that growth sets the stage, the magic is in the everyday details: hidden cafes, weekend markets, riverside strolls, quirky local spots that make Richmond feel vibrant and personal. Here's the thing: moving to Richmond isn't just about picking a house. It's about choosing a lifestyle that feels right for you. We've talked about how the market moves fast, how building a new home can give you more flexibility, and how each neighborhood neighborhood brings its own vibe, from the energy of Short Pump to the laid back pace of Mechanicsville. We've looked at everyday life too: hidden cafes, farmers markets, riverside trails, and even how jobs, growth, and sustainability efforts are shaping what's next for the city. If you're ready to take that next step, I'd love to be your guide. I know the neighborhoods, the hidden gems, and the strategies that help clients like you find their dream home that truly fits their ideal lifestyle. My phone number and email information is right below in the description. Reach out anytime for a real conversation about what your move could look like. And if you're still in research mode, that's totally fine too. I've got a whole playlist of Richmond neighborhoods, relocation tips, and lifestyle insights that will give you an even clearer picture. Bottom line, Richmond is full of charm, opportunity, and personality. Whether you're drawn to convenience, community, or a little bit of extra breathing room, there's a spot here that can feel like home.